What's up, everybody? It's your girl Court with the Pro Bitch Podcast. We are coming to you via Zoom or StreamYard, whatever the fuck this is. And we are excited today. This is something new and definitely something different for us. So what's up, ladies? How we doing?
What's up?
Yeah. Izzy, what you got going on over there?
I got 5 guys going over here.
Bitches hungry.
At the end of the day, I didn't eat, and I was like, I had a late flight last night, and I'm just fucking starving, and I've been eating good, but I just was craving a burger. I'm gonna pay for it later, but it's what it is.
I mean, it's Zoom life. I feel like I was just on a call for work. Like I literally jumped from work to this. I feel like, and you gotta eat, you gotta get it how you live, figure that shit out. So. But I'm happy to say we have 2 guests on with us.
Yeah, we got company.
Today. We got some shit we talking about today. So we have Miss Priscilla Knox and we have Miss Alex Allure with us. How are you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. So I didn't know. I mean, are we jumping straight in? Because I'm excited about this topic. We've been talking about this topic for a minute. So I didn't know if we had some things we wanted to talk about first, or if we just going ahead first. What's up?
Well, I don't know. So ladies, to warm y'all up, we usually do this thing called rapid fire where we throw a topic out there. And everybody has 30 seconds to share how they feel about it. And it'll help get you warmed up and get you used to talking to us and maybe laugh a little bit. So I think we should to warm it up.
Rapid fire.
Right? So the topic today, oh shit, did it leave me? Fuck.
No.
Showing up.
It's the week.
Showing up. Somebody's house.
Oh, yes. No, it might be the act this time.
It might be the act.
But yes, so thank you, Izzy. So I had a personal experience with this, but then also I saw some posts about this, right? So I want to know if you guys are dating a guy, it's your boyfriend, you're not married or nothing, but it's your boyfriend, or you're dating. Yo, she
is crying already. I cannot.
And
go ahead, sorry.
You're dating a guy. He could be a boyfriend, or you're just dating, but he just shows up to your house unannounced. Is that okay? Are you showing up to somebody's house unannounced?
Nah.
Is there ever a situation where it's okay to show up unannounced?
No. Unless you live there.
All right, Priscilla, you gonna go first? You got 60 seconds.
You want me to time it, y'all?
Yeah, I don't feel like that's appropriate. I feel like the only time you should show up unannounced is if you actually live there. Like if your name's on a lease, say your boyfriend's in the house and you feel like somebody else there, then yeah, I'm popping up unannounced. I'm not telling you I'm coming home on a lunch break or none of that. I'm just gonna be there. And we're going to handle that accordingly. But I don't pop up to other people's houses unannounced so they can look at me crazy like, why are you on my step?
What if you got a key?
Huh? Keep going?
I said, what if you have a key?
What if I have a key?
Yeah, to the house. Do you still feel like
to the house that I'm going to? Oh, well, then I feel like if you gave me a key, then you knew I was coming in unannounced at some point.
If I got a key, I'm coming anytime. I'll pop up at any time, especially if I got a key.
If you have a key, that's not unannounced. That's okay. You knew I was coming at some point in time. I just didn't tell you when, and you didn't expect me when you gave me the keys so that I didn't have to call.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. What the fuck you give me a key for if I got a call before I come over here? I don't want a key if we got rules and shit like that. I want to be able to tell you. Because I'm not about to give you no key to my house. I lived with a nigga for 4 years. He had no key here. His name was on the address.
You ain't doing enough.
No, nigga, no, you don't get no key to my house. So, I mean, but that's also a different circumstance, too. That was different.
You want to go next?
I mean, I guess I'm going. So I'm going. But yes, I mean, I guess I just feel like I'm not gonna show up to nobody's house unannounced because I don't want nobody showing up to my house unannounced, at all, ever. friend like nobody. Not I was in the neighborhood. Like I don't particularly care for that shit. I feel like I'm too old for that, and I do my own thing and might have my own shit going on. That you know what I mean? Like I live a couple different lives. So with that being said, like I don't necessarily be want to intertwine my circles. You understand what I'm saying? So I would never do that. But if you give me a key, then like I feel like why are we having that conversation? Because I'm not gonna openly like give you no key to my house. And I'm not expecting you to come in and out. That's why my ex ain't had no key, because I didn't want that nigga coming in and out. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, if I'm not here at work and you're locked the fuck out, you're gonna be sitting at home till I get home. Like outside till I get home. Like that's just what that is. But if we together and like we're like sharing that, you know, I think that's mutual. Like I got a key to your house, you got a key to my house. We did that. Like we exchanged keys. Anyways, bitch, it's like when I say it's up. Like I said, we exchange keys, like we exchange wedding vows and rings. Now I'm finished.
When she said it's up, when I say it's up, that felt like it was straight out of P Valley. Right? So when I got a key. Alex, what about you?
Oh, me? Oh, so it's like, I mean, if you like first get in a relationship, you should definitely like make it known that you're going over to somebody's house. But if you're like in a relationship for a decent amount of time and you guys have an understanding of each other, and like, you know, if they live alone or if they live with other people, if they live alone and you guys are like just getting into it, even before a key, I don't see a problem with showing up whenever, as long as you make sure they're home before you just show up. Like, and that's not even, you can still show up to somebody's house unannounced after asking them if they're home or if they're out doing something. And you're like, I didn't tell you I was coming over, so technically it's still unannounced. I don't see a problem with that myself. But like I said, you guys, I feel like it depends on the two people that are in the relationship, that you both have to have that understanding of each other and what each other want before you just go out your way to show up to somebody's house unannounced.
That's real.
That's fair. It can be like a mutual understanding, but I feel like most times it's not.
Right, yeah, most times it's not.
I don't have a mutual understanding. Don't show up at my fucking house unannounced. Or you gonna be sitting out there.
At somebody's house is because I'm trying to catch you doing some shit. That's the only
Exactly. Yeah. I ain't gonna let you know how long that Uber gonna be. You just gonna know when I come in.
So gonna hop out on that house.
Can people show up at our house unannounced? Not really. Even if you give me a 5-minute, 10-minute warning, like that's better than nothing. Like let me say yes or no. Like you said, you don't know if I'm home or not. But have I shown up at people's houses unannounced? Absolutely. When, like I said, I was trying to catch somebody do something. And every single time it was no fucking bueno. Like some shit happened, some shit popped off. Like a bitch did not go quietly. Like my intuition knew what was up, and I found exactly what the fuck I was looking for. So, I mean, but no, you shouldn't be popping up to nobody's house. And I think also, like, as a safety note too, like I've seen so many instances where shit like that happens and people get hurt, like real life. So, I had to stop doing that because.
Well, if you go looking, you're always gonna find. Women's intuition is a goddamn thing, like. But let me ask you something. You said 5 minutes. You're okay with 5 minutes heads up. So you dead sleep in your bed, butt ass naked. Someone say, I'll be there in 5 minutes. You got enough time.
Dead ass sleep. I'm not answering the phone.
Right.
That's
my thing.
5 minute heads up, I can say yes or no. Now, if after I say no, then we're gonna have a problem.
Right. Now I ain't gonna.
You were looking for so.
Exactly, because you came over and smoke. And I feel like the only people that really show up unannounced is like your friends that you really don't care If they show up,
some dudes that you sleeping with.
Yeah.
or some nigga on some bullshit. Like that's how I feel. Like nobody's just gonna pop up at your house. Like my own mother doesn't even pop up at my house, bro. Like that's just so like distasteful. And I ain't gonna lie, she don't like nobody popping on her. My mom will be sitting there dead, like, hear the screen door, and she looking at you like, and go on because that's not like, you know what I mean. You wasn't invited. So
I also think it's a cultural thing because I had roommates and they were all like dudes and like their friends would pop up like unannounced all the time. So they'd be like, oh, like after that person left, they'd be like, oh, I didn't know that dude was coming over, or dang, then he stayed for 2 hours. I was trying to get up out of here. Bop, bop, bop. I think dudes, when it comes to their friends, are a little bit more accepted into that, in my experience. But other than that, no.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, I know our guests or our listeners or viewers are wondering, who are these two lovely ladies visiting us and why? Because we wanted to talk about it. What did we want to talk about? These OnlyFans. Yes, these OnlyFans.
we need to know what's happening.
Priscilla Knox and Alex Allure, they are visiting us because, I mean, so first of all, I think for a minute we talking about it because we would see all these posts, about, so-and-so made X amount of money on OnlyFans. They was just showing feet. Somebody else was doing some other shit. And I'm like, fuck, did I miss out? But then the ex-Disney star, what's her name? Bella Thorne. She made $1 million in one fucking day on OnlyFans.
Because she's an ex-Disney star.
I was about to say, when it comes to celebrities, they all
people are
automatically went in there. Like, everybody's going to subscribe to their shit in 2.2 seconds.
But I don't even want $1 million. Like, I'll take $50 a day.
Did she say 50?
Yeah, she said 50. She said 50. So I'll take $50.
50, man? Like, or 50,000? Like,
right, I need a few more zeros.
Yes, 50K. Like,
yes, that's what we meant, guys. That's what we meant.
Right. Not $50. There's a few more zeros following that we didn't mention.
So, I mean, and I guess, people, you think our listeners know what OnlyFans is, right? Do we need to explain this? I feel like we don't.
I mean,
if you're watching this and you're an adult.
I feel
like if you're watching this and you know that you're an adult, you know what OnlyFans is.
But for those that want to pretend that they don't know, so pretty much it's a platform for people to share photos, imagery, and videos. It can be as explicit or non-explicit as you would like, but you end up with subscribers that pay a monthly fee to have access to your content, right? And so, you'll explain, but
yeah, okay, sorry.
So, what people do and what people are looking for is, it varies. And then, I don't know. So with Twitter and with IG, they started kind of censoring what could be available or what you can necessarily view on their platform. So, this platform is kind of like, you have the freedom to share what you want for a fee, and people can access it for a fee, should I say. But we have, again, Alex and Priscilla here because these young ladies have OnlyFans, and we want them to give us the 411.
I need to like a scoop.
People got BBW fetishes, and I'm sure I could make $1, but I need y'all to tell me what's up.
Like a bitch got pretty feet. I'll put my fucking feet up there in a heartbeat, like pot out. Like, I'm saying what I need to do, where to sign up, but
Did I miss funny?
I'm still technically at work, my bad.
Cheers, bitch. Right.
So, I guess Priscilla, Alex, tell us a little bit about you guys, yourselves. Priscilla, I guess you go first. Yeah.
What about me?
I don't know how old you are. What do you do? How do you get into OnlyFans? Where are you? If you want share where you are if you want to share, you know.
Oh, I'm currently at work. I'm 25. Hi, I'm Priscilla Knox. I have an OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/Pris_paradise. I don't really like, damn.
How did you start? What made you say, I'm going to start an OnlyFans?
Oh, the extra money. The extra money. I don't use OnlyFans. Like some people use OnlyFans as a main platform to get money, to pay your rent, to do this, to do that, to do that. I do so much other stuff that my main target isn't to make $1 million on OnlyFans. If I made $1 million on OnlyFans, yeah, I'd be more than grateful. But that's not my main target goal. I don't set out every day and be like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I get such and such amount of people to subscribe to my OnlyFans today, because I'm like never not gonna get money any other way. So it's like I call OnlyFans my rainy day fund. When my day goes shitty, I know that I got a set amount in my OnlyFans that'll make up for the fact that I didn't make that today.
Okay. So Alex, what is that for you?
I started one because, you know, I was selling content anyways, and it's like to be able to put it all on one site where you just have to subscribe to see it. I mean, in the end, I kind of lose out on a little bit more money that way, but it is a lot more than trying to think this person wants this and this person wants this, and well, did this person pay me yet, or did it, like it combined the headache of it and made it a little bit easier. You know, so you just had to check it out.
When you say content, what you mean by content? Because I feel like every listener want to know what you mean by content.
Well, I myself, all my content on OnlyFans is it's erotic. I don't have anything really on there that is censored or covered up for anything. I have is erotic. But you can put pretty much everything on there, from like, you know, people got the weirdest fetishes nowadays, and that's really like what OnlyFans kind of helps with, is the people that want certain things. And, you know, so you get a lot of requests for things to put onto your OnlyFans, and, you know, that's the opportunity where you can charge somebody a little extra because they're asking for specific things. But it's like, you were talking about somebody put feet on there, BBW, like you can really gotta have an open mind when you are on OnlyFans, because you can put anything on there and people are gonna pretty much eat it up.
What's the weirdest thing that someone requested?
OnlyFans or in this profession?
I was gonna say, cause doing
because,
you know,
I mean, you don't really get too many random requests on OnlyFans. They just kind of subscribe and look.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
but
no
you still got. No, I've had a lot of weird requests on there for certain things. But nothing's really weird, because, you know, the kind of business that we are already in of selling the content, and past that, you know, there isn't you you learn not to be weirded out by the things that people ask you. Like I said, you have to have a really open mind. Like it can go from anyone wanting you to legit meet so you can kick them in their balls and beat their ass, to pissing on them, to just weird shit over videos, like playing with your feet or doing weird things with your booty hole, or, you know, things like that. Like it's literally a wide variety of what you can do on OnlyFans, and what people might want you to do for OnlyFans. So
yeah, I don't get too many weird requests on OnlyFans. The weirdest thing I ever had on OnlyFans was some dude came out of nowhere into my inbox and was like, "Will you rate my dick?" And I was just like, "Huh? What do you mean?" And he was like, "I'm gonna send you a picture, and you just tell me." He's like, "You just tell me what you think of it." And I was like, "Well, I think before you send me the picture, you should send me some money, because I'm not rating it for free." So, but I mean, a long time ago when I started in the profession that I was, I mean, she makes a valid point and shit. I had this, it's the weirdest walks of life that you run into, okay? Because I mean, I had this really big, he was a nice looking African-American gentleman. He came into my room. He looked like a fucking bodybuilder. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, you're probably going to be somewhat, you know, decent. And he comes in and he has a bag, and in his bag is a strap on, and he wants me to pee on it, put the strap on. and fuck him like I'm this whole grown man. And this man had to have been like 6 foot and weigh like 180 pounds, all muscle, if not more. Like, I just kind of looked at it like, but you're an African American man. I would have never thought that. Like, everybody thinks that the Caucasian people.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it. I got paid very good for it too. You know, it came to a battle of me or him and shit. I felt like I was doing less work if I just did him.
Oh,
and you charge double.
You thinking like,
And you charge double. You charge double. So I had to do little work. I didn't have to be touched. I didn't have to go through any bullshit. He brought all the supplies, and he paid me double of an hour rate. At the time, I think it was like $200, and he paid me double that just to carry out his fetish. I mean, $400 for an hour, and he wasn't even in there for an hour. So, yeah. Okay. I was surprised how it ended, but you know, whatever you're into.
It's supposed to say shit. As long as you pay what you into, then shit, it's whatever.
I mean, it's weird. I always think it's weird when people ask you to pee on them, because I'm just like, you know, I've had one golden shower in my life. It wasn't completely unbearable, but you know, and it wasn't from like doing this.
Yeah.
So it wasn't from doing this. It was in a personal situation. It wasn't completely as disgusting as one might think.
That's good, because that's what I'm like how was that? But I feel like you answer my question though.
Your horizon.
For sure.
I got peed on at a carnival, but that's a different story.
She's like, maybe not the same situation there, but you know, I still got peed on.
Yeah, I wouldn't let nobody, like, I wouldn't let somebody who was paying me just come in and pee on me, but like in a personal sexual situation, if it got down to it, I mean, I'm game as long as it don't hurt me and, you know, fuck me up, and then, you know, we're cool. In a personal situation, I'm not letting, you know, strangers randomly come piss on me. I'm not with that.
Right.
That's fair.
That's fair too. Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, what has been like, how would you rate your experience so far with OnlyFans? Like, is it something you could see yourself doing long term? Like, does it require a lot of time and energy from you? Like, how would you rate your experience?
It doesn't, for me, it doesn't take a lot of time and energy, because it's like I'm already taking these pictures and videos. So it's like I said, just to bring everybody into one little area where I know, well, this person on here has already paid to be on here to see these pictures. I mean, I would like to get a little more out of it, but you know, there's so many different people that are on OnlyFans, and they have so many different fluctuating prices, and you know, people do it all different ways. I've seen some people, you can subscribe for free, but you have to pay to unlock everything that you want to see, and it's like, I don't have time for things like that. I really don't. Like, it's a one set price. You can see everything you want. You know, you can stay on here if you want to. You could leave if you want to, because it's just extra money in my pocket. I'm not. It's not a I need this to live kind of money. Right. So it's just extra. Should I have fun with stuff?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, it's a lot slower than, like, if you start off doing what we started off doing. I mean, the money's a lot slower. It's a lot slower and shit. You might take 48 hours to accumulate what you would have made in 15 minutes. Like, it's a lot slower, and like she said, not everybody charges to get in on their site. So I mean, you go in and you're like, oh, it's free, and then you realize every single last thing that you ever wanted to see on this bitch's page is like $20 or up. Mm-hmm. And then by the time you're done, you've unlocked 3 videos, you spent $60, and you've only seen 3 videos, and that doesn't include the other 50 that she still has on her page. So I mean, yeah, I don't have time to battle with that either. I get money, and so again, like I said originally, so much money in so many different ways. I don't have time to sit here and take 1,000 pictures just so somebody will stay forever. You come, you pay, I get my money up front, as I do in all things. And you know, you look, and if you like it, you stay. If you don't, you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. So, what would you say if you could? What are your top 3 cons? Like, what's the bad part of doing an OnlyFans?
It takes too long for your payments to process. It takes up to 8 days after somebody pays to get into your thing. It takes up to 8 days just for it to drop into the account on there. And then on top of that, the second con would be that if you got to wait another 2 to 3 days after it finally processed to your account on there, you got to wait another 2 to 3 days for it to process out to go to your bank account.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then
so it's
like, no, it's not instant. It's not like Cash App. You can't instantaneously like cash out. You have to wait until the money is available.
What about you, Alex? Would you say the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much that. Like, it's not instant money. Another, a con that I see as, I mean, OnlyFans, it gets rid of the headache of having to do it individually for each individual person, but everything on my OnlyFans I would sell for a lot more than my subscription, which is only $25. So it's like I would sell my individual pictures and videos for a lot more than $25. So it's like, I get a little down on myself like that, and then I just have to remember, like, I mean, people are going to see these pictures anyways if they buy them. I have to see, okay, well, what kind of picture do you want? I just put it on there, you get to see it.
I think you broke up a little bit. Say the last part again.
You broke up.
I broke up. Oh, okay. So
Say the last part again.
Yeah.
Where did I break up off at?
I feel like the last thing we
last
heard
10
was
seconds?
when you said you get a little down on yourself, but then you understand, like, and then whatever you said after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It still takes away the headache, but I wanted to make more off of it faster, and that's like, I would have to find a way to be able to do something like that myself, if I are to figure it out, pretty much. It's on 5%, guys.
He'll come to the charger. Put your phone on the charger.
Downstairs.
But I'm gonna 100% honest to add on to what she said. I guess that would be my third con about it. Is I get a lot of people that come on there and they have the audacity to like bitch and complain about $20 to get into my OnlyFans, and I'm like, but you're on there for 30 fucking days. You're on there for 30 days. So whatever I post in 30 days, and I post consistently at least 3 times a week. Again, I would charge more if I just sold it head up and shit. So you're only paying like, it's $25. OnlyFans takes $5 out of the 25. If I run a promotion, they take about 10% out of everything that I get physically, including tips. Like if somebody tips me on there, they take a percentage out of that too. So I had a dude tip me $10 and I only got 8 of it. Yeah.
Oh, they
So people actually had the audacity to bitch and complain about paying that $25. And I sit there and I tell people all the time, like, wow, but you claim that you actually want to come see me in person. How do we find them on this? You claim that you want to see me in person and you don't, like, you're going to complain about $25. If you were going to complain about $25 to go see all this content, I can only imagine what you're going to do when you come to see me in person. It's a lot more than $25, I'll tell you that.
For real.
Yeah, I don't see people for under triple digits. So it's like.
So like,
okay, so like, just rewind. You said out of the $25 a month, you get how much?
I get 20 and they'll take 5.
Oh,
they'll take $5.
Okay.
If I get a $10 tip, I'm only getting 8 of it.
Like, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that's another thing that sucks.
It's
is that, I mean, I understand they got to make their money too, but it's like it's already hard to build the money on there as is, and it's like you guys are taking a percentage out of it. Like, just recently when I looked, I grossed almost 2,000, but my net pay was, it was a couple hundred under 2,000. I was just like, well, damn, y'all made a couple hundred off of me instead of, just a few dollars here and there. Like, that's a lot to be taken. It adds up.
So is the fee thing new? Excuse me. Is the fee thing new? Because at first was that not something that they charged at first, or maybe it wasn't as much? Because I know a lot of people were kind of complaining about that. Maybe like the terms and conditions changed because of the popularity that it got.
Oh, I'm not 100% sure. The fee's been there ever since I started.
How long you been doing it?
Yeah, since like July.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I can't even remember. Yeah, I know, like Beyonce had mentioned. Yeah, because I was like, Beyonce had mentioned it in a song, and then like in like her and the Megan Thee Stallion remix, and like a couple people were starting to talk about OnlyFans, so it got this huge like notoriety, and I heard that they really started like taxing the folks that were using OnlyFans, and even like down to the subscribers and stuff too. So changing a few of the things. I was just wondering about that, if that affected your off money.
So like one thing I know. It's like they started putting a cap on how much money you can make in one day.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Once the Disney bitch made all that money, they started putting a cap on how much you can make in one day. It was like,
I mean, that would make sense.
So what would you say?
Sorry, I don't think they should have a right to really put a cap on how much you can make. Like, they're making money at the same time you are. So for them to just be like, no, too much for today, you'll have to continue tomorrow. Like, I don't feel like you should have a control to tell me when I can't make money anymore. Like, that's not, it should be my choice, not yours.
That's fair. So like, I wonder, like, is it like your content is no longer accessible once you reach the cap? Like,
right, like they just can't subscribe. Like you can't click subscribe at that point. I don't think I've ever got to that point.
Our girl can hope and dream.
Right.
So what would you say the pros are from having an OnlyFans?
Oh, number one pro, hands down, is that I don't have to physically see none of them nasty motherfuckers personally. Don't nobody got to touch me. Don't nobody got to nothing.
Period.
Hands down.
No, yeah, like I call it easy money. It's really not that easy, but I don't have to sit there. I don't have to be surprised when this fat, overweight dude comes in my room and wants to just lay on top of me and breathe heavy, disgustingly through this mask. I don't have to do it. I don't care if I only get $20 out the deal. I will take it. Like
through the mask. I know that's right. Like guys, we are still social distancing, and we are still we are still very much corona aware. What's she about to go get? Hey, she got a. I know.
Got to be said. COVID-19 is a thing.
I'm so here for y'all. Like, this has made my whole day. I'm here for it.
COVID-19 is a thing, but it's like I guess my second pro would be that again, I keep saying it's a rainy day fund. Like when all else goes bad, you get to look at that account and be like, yep, but I still got that money coming. I might have to wait 3 extra days to get it, but it's coming.
Right.
It's gonna go to the mall as soon as it hits. Like,
so right. I have a question. I don't know. I might be premature with this question, but I feel like I really want to know. So do you have an exit strategy, or is this something that you kind of want to do as a rainy day fund for as long as it kind of holds up? Is there something else that you're looking to gain from doing like the OnlyFans page? You know what I mean? Like, what's your future
strategy as far as OnlyFans, or exit strategy as far as like life, profession in general, or both?
Whatever, both, like just in general, like, and I mean, not even saying because you might not, like, that might not be. Now, me personally, I was specifically talking about like OnlyFans. Like, is that something that you would want to do for a long period of time to like keep this rainy day fun? But if you want to elaborate, by all means, like, yeah, we can talk about all of it.
So, I mean, if you want to go into the whole like lifestyle that I live, personally, no, I don't have an exit strategy. I have more of an expansion plan to go with it, because I personally don't ever see myself working a 9 to 5 ever. Like, as long as I
Are
look
we
like
posting?
this.
Are we cheersing her? Yes.
Cheersing that.
Yay.
There's nothing wrong with being comfortable in that, and I appreciate the honesty and the fact she's like, I got an expansion plan. Like, yes,
Yeah, I got an expansion plan. Like, as long as I look like this, and as long as I walk down the street and I walk or I drive or I go into a store and a guy's head just snaps and looks at me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, sure, here. You want to pay my bills this week? Like, I'm gonna be all for that. I'm never, even if I did manage to get a 9 to 5, even if I did manage to get a 9 to 5, I would still carry it the same way. Like, nobody knows that I used to work in a hospital before doing this. I had got fired because I had the worst perverted supervisor in all of life. If I knew what I knew now, when that motherfucker felt my butt and I cussed him out on the hospital floor, I'd have just pulled him to the side and been like, look, just pay me such and such amount and I'll forget this ever happened. Versus me losing a good ass 9 to 5 job. If I didn't know what I know now, I would still have that job and I would still be breaking niggas' pockets left and right. Now, as far as OnlyFans, rainy day fund, yeah, I'll always keep it as long as it makes me some money.
right. Right, that's real. I feel like that's real. Alex, what about you?
Yeah, I'm with her on that. It's like, I got a small child that I'm trying not to let fall off my bed. It's like, I don't, yeah. Just to say hi, guys. I don't extra money in the pocket. Like I said, I'm already taking pictures and videos anyways, so it's... Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, I was already... Stop touching stuff. I was already taking these pictures and videos anyways, so it's like the fact that
sorry guys, she's wrestling with this very heavy child.
Yeah, and it's sent upstairs with me out of nowhere. So it's like, I don't, like I said, I don't have an exit plan for it. It's like it's just extra money in the pocket. And if I'm taking the pictures and videos anyways, what's the little bit of effort to just drop them onto this site real quick, and and all I gotta do is turn around and do a little promotion on a couple other sites and I'll have a bunch of new subscribers and shit. So like, real easy. It's kind of effortless without really being effortless. Like, I don't know.
So Alex, can I ask you a question? So
yeah,
these other pictures that you're taking, like, what are you doing with those pictures? Like, are you sending them individually to people? Or are you like putting them on sites?
Well, I put them on. There's different sites. I take the pictures originally is for my other part of what I do for work and everything. So it's like all those pictures are really out there on the internet anyways, as is. So sorry guys, this is really hard.
You're fine.
So he just keeps bouncing. Okay, I don't want you to fall. Stop.
He doesn't go in there very often.
Okay, and so he's like,
stop it.
I
might just have to like. This doesn't have to be a pause moment, guys. I apologize.
It's okay.
No, it's good.
What's your next question? Mimi.
Okay, so like, so I already take the pictures and videos and everything. It's like, I already use them for other sites, and like I said, I was already trying to sell content on other ways, and OnlyFans is just easy enough to just be able to drop it on there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. That's all I got for that.
It's okay.
That question.
No, you're good. So if you had one piece of advice for anybody who wanted to start, maybe myself, no, I'm just playing, but I'm saying like, you never know. But like for real, if you had any like piece of advice and you give somebody and they're like, listen, I want to start an OnlyFans, what would be something that both of you would tell them? Like, what would be your thing to tell them, either like watch out for, or, you know, this is the key to it, however?
Make the money, don't let it make you. No, I'm joking. I would say be consistent. You gotta be consistent. If you want to use OnlyFans and not step out into the other professions that we already do, because we did that first before starting here. If you want like OnlyFans to pay your bills, your gas and electric, your rent and stuff, I'm gonna tell you straight up, you're gonna have to be consistent. You're gonna have to charge people to open everything, or you're gonna have to have a really big bulk in price, but you're gonna have to overall always be consistent if that's gonna be your main source of income. Because otherwise people are gonna unsubscribe, they're gonna let their 30 days burn out, and then they're not gonna come back because they're gonna be like, oh, she doesn't post every day. I paid such and such amount to see this bitch twerk 5 times a week. Like, you know, if you're not consistent, you won't get the payout. And I'll be honest with that. So again, I don't depend on OnlyFans to pay bills and stuff. I use it as a rainy day fund. I like however much money comes into it and how much I do get off of it. And if I got more, that would be great. But I don't have time. And so, as you can see how she's struggling with this little fat baby. I do that when I'm home. I do that when I'm home. And it's like, I don't have time to run after him. They're prepared to come do this. Then to run around and, you know, sit there and fuck with OnlyFans and have 16 twerk videos plus one with me playing with myself. Like, I don't have time for that. You know, take what you can get.
Yeah,
But just be consistent.
Yeah, so like the advice I would have to anybody like starting it, you know, funny side clip, games should be sold, not told. But you know,
yeah.
Right. But you know, since we're here already, just have an open mind about it. Like, that's really the main thing. You gotta, if you are using it as your main money source, a lot of effort is going to be put behind that. You got to find ways to keep people hooked. I know people that do literally just OnlyFans, and she'll have promotions on there if you subscribe long enough. Amazon wish list, like, you gotta try it out. Like, that, what's the worst that can happen? You don't make no money. I mean, you're gonna have somebody subscribe. It's a new person on OnlyFans. You just have to, you can shout yourself out on pretty much any Instagram, Facebook, literally anything, and you'll have at least somebody come subscribe. Like, somebody.
Yeah, yeah, you can put an Amazon wish list on there. They could just go buy your shit. Like, yeah. Look, she's over there. She's over there like, I need it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different.
Sure that Amazon has linked up with OnlyFans, like business mind. I'm like, that's genius. Like, who's doing this?
I gotta be 100% honest. Again, I don't recommend anybody do OnlyFans as a main source of income. I personally don't. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. I feel like,
yep, you got it. Games should be sold.
You know, I tell people all the time and shit, like, okay, yeah, you could really sit here and go and do OnlyFans and wait around for it and shit. But I feel like all females in life, there's no reason any female in life should ever be like, oh, I can't pay my rent. Oh, I can't pay my gas and electric, because you're sitting on a fucking $1 million. Every man in life wants what you got. You should never be broke. You're sitting on $1 million fucking. And I don't recommend anybody sit there and just depend solely on OnlyFans for a bunch of people to just come and gawk at some pictures and stuff when you can just get so much more. And that doesn't mean that you have to sleep with every guy you come across, because, I mean, the best of the best don't sleep with nobody. They just hold their fucking hands out and shit. Because once a dude gets what he came for and shit, he's gone. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. So you might as well, excuse my terminology, make his dick beat his wallet out his pants.
Wait, one more time. What?
That was backwards. She said it backwards. Make his wallet.
Wallet beat his dick out his pants, whatever. It's backwards. Either way, it's the same principle.
Wait, that's why they paused for a second. Wait a second. That sounds. Yeah,
it's backwards. It's always backwards, but it still has the same. It still has the same principle behind it. Make his dick beat his wallet out his pants. Same principle behind it and shit. Don't give the motherfucker what he wants off rip. You don't do that. You don't do that because I mean, this bitch over here is sitting there like, yeah, he paid me $100 to do such and such, and this bitch is over here like, I ain't even done nothing yet, and he already dropped a couple bangs.
Why I feel like I'm trying to control.
See, like I need like a part 2 of this because I need some like strategies to get to that point.
Yeah, like right.
He got it down right.
Yeah, it's like,
so
yeah, my bad. I got that mixed up. I'm on hype. I'm over here. I done drank like 3 energy drinks since I've been on the fucking the thing with y'all. I'm like, ready to go back to work.
We lost Mimi.
It should be back.
Yeah, for sure.
They always come back.
Oh, God. Crazy.
No, I'm joking.
Court, do you have any other questions?
No, so I was actually just kind of like looking and thinking. First of all, I have to say, like, I just appreciate the transparency and like really being so like honest about it. I think that as women, I think it's just very like that shit is dope for you to own whatever walk of life you decide to take, right? Like whatever. And I feel like what Priscilla said is that like, you know, when she said you're sitting on $1 million, I felt that in like that way, but in like a whole different like mindset. Like for real, like we rule the fucking world. We just sometimes be stripped of that power. So I love that y'all have just taken ownership and doing what the fuck y'all want to do. That's like what Pro Bitch is about. So y'all got like the stamp of approval. So that's
it's funny because your podcast is called Pro Bitch and shit. And I mean, the most powerful drug in the world is pussy. It is. A motherfucker will do anything for that shit.
Yeah.
That's the most powerful drug a bitch can have in the world, and there's no re-up charge. There's no re-up charge.
Oh, I love it.
It's always there with you.
I'm worth more than $1 million.
Fucking gold mine.
You don't have to worry about you left it at home. Nothing like that. It is right there with you all day, every day, whenever you need it.
It's priceless. I just charge.
It's priceless, but you just charge. That's dope.
Yeah, he keeps putting a price tag on it. It's priceless. It's fucking priceless and shit. It's however much I want it to cost at that moment.
I know that's right. There you go. There we go. Vagina. Yes, for sure. But
and
yeah,
I mean, a motherfucker and shit. You're not selling sex. You're selling dreams. You're not selling sex. You're selling dreams. I'm not a prostitute. I'm not selling sex. I'm never telling anybody, hey, you're coming over here to sleep with me. You're not coming over here to sleep with me. You're coming over here to spend time with me because I got time.
You want to do? I got plenty of time, and you want to take it, so it costs.
Yeah.
Come up off of it. I feel that.
I feel that too. I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, I wish I'd have done all this before I got a whole nigga, because he would be like, that's probably not. But I'm like, damn, I could have been making money in the meantime.
Ask him, can he match it? Do it for a night and ask him, can he match it?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
do it for 1 night. And then when he start bitching about it, be like, okay, well, can you give me such and such amount right now?
For sure.
In my hand, right, to do what I want to do with it.
I know that's right.
So what? All right. So while we're waiting for me, I don't know. We'll wrap it up soon because we already kind of going over our time. But like, what are y'all's like top, say, 2 strategies for getting men to do whatever you want?
Oh, hold out.
Hey, look.
Yeah, they're really. Yeah,
Yeah, I would say hold out and shit. Now, there's so many different forms of doing this, and I just like, I'm not going to sit here and disclose every certain form, but different forms make different money. You could be doing this one and only make $60 per person you see. You could be doing this one, making $200 per person you see. 9 times out of 10, it's going to get physical in both of those departments. Or you go and do this and, you know, just charge a motherfucker $500 just to go to his room. And then when he gets there and he starts getting naked, I'm looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? I said $500 to go to your room, not to do anything else, just to go to your room. Like, oh, you're in a casino? Oh, I'm going upstairs. Okay, when I get there, motherfucker starts getting naked and I'm just standing there like, okay, I paid you $500. Well, where's the fucking rest?
Right, like this was just to come.
I never said that we were going to do anything.
All about the language and mind fucking people.
Yeah, it's all about selling a dream and shit. It's all about selling a dream. Now, I'm sitting here in this room or whatever. My best friend will be the white man who comes in high as fuck off of coke. Cause he ain't never gonna get where he trying to be. He gonna keep spending trying to get where he trying to be, but he ain't never gonna get there until that bank account say you can't take no more withdrawals. And then he gonna be like, well, will you take this watch? And then I'm gonna be like, no, you got to go.
Right.
You know, then it's interesting. It's all forms of this like platform and sex work and all that, and even not sex work. It's all very, very interesting. She said it best in game, the best in shit that the game is sold, not told. So it's like, you know, go find you a real one. He'll teach you how to do it.
How is it said? What? The real quote was supposed to be. No, it's okay. So the real quote was supposed to go: "The game's not sold. The game's sold, not told.
Not told.
Go get you a travel guide."
But it will get you a travel guide.
No, so go get you a travel guide.
Oh, go get you a travel guide. Okay.
Yeah, go find you a real one. He got the treasure map.
Yep. Show you all the right ways, all what you might not know. He'll know.
I mean, because you gotta ask yourself and shit. Yes, this is a pro bitch podcast and shit, but you ask yourself and shit. Outside of your circle of friends, how many other bitches would you trust their natural opinion? Would you just think they half-ass hating? Why would I follow another bitch into doom and shit? I'm gonna follow the bro bitch.
I mean, but
you're not gonna sit there and follow after another bitch. That's just not what you're doing. As bitches, that's not what bitches do. I'm not following after no another bitch. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I will say I agree with you too, like with that, because like I'll trust a nigga before I trust a bitch, like flat out. Especially if it's got something to do with my money.
Let me break it down.
Yeah, in that case, like yeah.
This is an even better scenario and shit. So niggas are transparent. They're transparent and shit. So when you see a nigga and he's telling you shit, you automatically know that he might be lying, but he's only lying to get one thing. If a bitch lie to you, you have to sit there and dig through what the fuck is she really lying to me for? What is she trying to get out of it?
I feel you. And I feel like coming from my past life and experiences, like the bitches is what had me in trouble. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like that, I'm going down rabbit holes fucking with these hoes. Like, wait a minute. Like, no, that's not what we were trying to do. So I can understand that. I can understand that.
I'm out of energy drink.
It's all about.
Priscilla, you don't need no more.
We're all still about number 3.
So I mean, like,
being able to do our own thing, even if we have a strong post behind us, we still getting it ourselves.
Yeah, there you go.
We still working ourselves.
So, like, if somebody wanted to find your OnlyFans, what's your names on your OnlyFans if they wanted to find you?
Pris Paradise. OnlyFans.com/Pris_Paradise.
Gotcha.
Let Pris take you to paradise. Priscilla, paradise, you know.
Got you.
Mine's real simple. It's OnlyFans.com/Alex Allure. Alex_Allure, I should say. There is an underscore between the Alex and Allure.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. If you have an IG or anything that you want people to follow, make sure you send it to us so that we can make sure that we add that in the episode for sure.
Oh, you already got mine, but after this, I feel like I really need to change my name from Insanity, please.
Maybe that.
Maybe I can change that.
I like that though.
Yeah, it's Insanity, please 2020. Because that's all I'm taking if I go to jail. But you know.
And, Alex, I don't think I have yours. I don't have your. Are you on IG?
Who, me? No, her.
My Instagram.
Alex.
No, I have an old one that I don't use it anymore. So
Okay, so OnlyFans is the best way.
Yeah, the most I have is Snapchat and then OnlyFans, of course.
Okay. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Yes, you guys were awesome.
Yes, and keep doing your thing. Keep making that money.
I've been sitting here too long.
Yeah, I can get off my knees now, guys.
Did I get the job done?
They really, really, really hurt.
Did I get the part? No, I'm joking.
I better have. My knees hurt.
Oh, really?
You know, for our listeners, you guys know where to find us. Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, even on YouTube. If you want to see these ladies' pretty faces, look at us on YouTube. Or if you want to catch Priscilla on a casting couch, and she
was like posing everything. It was funny.
It's hot.
Alex on her knees for the 60 minutes. I don't know how you do that, sis. But definitely look at us on YouTube. This episode will drop next week. Yeah. So and we'll definitely post their contact information if you want to go find them on OnlyFans or Instagram for sure.
Yes. Cheers, ladies. Keep doing your damn thing.
It's empty.
I got water.
That's right. That's all right. We drink enough for you, Alex. Don't worry.
Please don't get her on that.
Please don't. I might fucking fly off the roof like at this point. Like, please don't.
Oh no, I had 5 yesterday.
The healthcare is I'm going nuts now. I'm like, oh God, what?
Yeah.
So you guys, this podcast, this episode is gonna drop Tuesday next week. So I think that's the 15th.
Okay.
But so you guys can share it. Of course, we're gonna share it and share you guys information. But thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks for having us. Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Hey, they love that nigga. Hey, bro. I was like, yo, your brother is the motherfucking plug, yo. Like, that nigga is the plug. Like, they got me on some shit. Like, do I want to contact him? Like, am I tripping? Because, like, listen, that nigga is the plug. Hey, that nigga is.
John, you could stop recording us for a second.
Hey, yeah, and block all that out. But